What's up, everybody? You know what it is. It is the rap game. It is the season finale part 2. We find out who wins. Y'all ready to get it? Let's get it. Let's go.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I get those goosebumps every time.
Hey, what? Hey. All right, Jimmy putting us on some new stuff, okay? On some new Travis Scott for all y'all, okay?
Steven, turn this up. Turn it up.
I get those goosebumps every time.
I wanna press my line. Yeah.
Kendrick on it too.
Oh, what?
Okay. Yeah. This is why you wanted to start.
I must have didn't get to this part of that. I must have didn't.
Right.
I feel like I listened to this album. I didn't hear this song. I must have didn't get that. I was distracted or something. I need to get on this. I'm listening to this right after the show, son. Ladies and gentlemen, you know what it is. It is the one and only Rap Game After Show. It is the season finale part 2.
Whoa. Hey.
Last show of the season. I'm excited. Y'all excited?
Hell yes.
Super excited.
Man, I'm telling you, I'm in awe of how everything went down.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I didn't predict this.
I didn't.
But,
I don't think any of us
but
did.
we're gonna get into it. I'm your host, Lem Gonsalves. As always, you can find me at the Poet Saint all day, every day. Right next to me, this man is here in the building. You know what it is. Nino Llanera. What's up, baby?
Yeah, what's good, everybody? It's your boy Nino. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Hit me up, y'all.
And of course, I got my main men's on the other end. You know what it is, Mr. Mr. I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that was.
I'm getting ready for my camera shot.
That's the Cricket Wireless swag.
man.
Y'all know what it is. JJ the talented Joshua Johnson. What's up, baby?
Yo, man, I don't know about where you guys are at, but here in LA, it's hot.
Yeah,
Yes.
for real. For
It
real.
is so hot. It's hot in the studio. We're gonna have a great show today. We got a lot to talk about.
Yeah.
I'm Joshua Johnson. Find me on social media at JJ the Talent.
Yeah. And of course, always playing the anchor spot.
you did that.
You
Yeah.
know what it is.
Yeah.
He's always on time.
Most I thought, low key, I thought I was gonna have a shot. So yeah, you know,
No, it's all
that's
good.
fine.
It's all good. You know what it
That's
is.
fine.
That's my boy Jimmy V. What's up, Jimmy V?
Yo, what's going on, everybody? We are back. It's the season finale. I'm your boy Jimmy V. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook at Be Your Own Dad. Holla at us. Continue the conversation. Let's get it.
Let's get it. So, ladies and gentlemen,
here
for
watching
this
himself.
finale episode, we couldn't go out without a special guest.
Yup.
He's been here
Yes,
before,
sir.
and he's here again to help us close out this amazing season.
Also to help us figure out a few things.
Yeah, exactly.
What happened?
My man, 50 grand, all the way from B More, Baltimore, in the building.
Represent.
What's up? It's Lil Key, everybody.
What's up, man? It's your boy Lil Key. Like you said, representing the 410 Rap Game Season 2. This is the finale, man.
Just the finale. So yeah, man, we gonna get right into this because we are all kind of baffled about this outcome. Now you were here on the show last time, and we was kind of like, man, we was like, this is the man that's gonna kill it.
Yeah.
He's gonna win the whole thing. We was trying to see if the chain was behind, under the jacket. We was like, I mean, we wanted to make sure you were on for the end of the season because we were like, he won.
Right.
We got to make sure
trying
that
to
the
get those
winner.
answers.
Exactly. What's good?
The key didn't work out.
It didn't come out like that, and I'm just like, man, what's the deal? We obviously came down to the last two of you, and of course you even said in the show you're like, man, I got this, and then of course it didn't turn out like that. The chain did go to Monty, who ended up winning the whole record deal and whatnot. I'm just trying to get your perspective. Bring us back to that, that moment in time when that happened. What was your thinking?
And I was thinking, I was just like, wow, and how?
How and wow was a great
That was
way
my
to start.
first instinct. At the end of the day, everybody came down there and did their thing, but
Right.
I don't think Money outshined me at all.
No.
Out there, I'm not knocking Money's hustle or anything.
Right.
He did a cool job down there, but it wasn't better than mine.
I mean, just as a matter of fact, I mean, he never won a challenge, right? So
That's what I'm saying. Right
was
there,
a surprise right there.
That speaks a lot of volume right there. You never got number one for what, 9 weeks while he was down there. So you know what I'm saying?
Okay, so
It's just
one thing I want to
it was mind bugging.
I want to figure one thing out because this is something that JD kind of hinted to when he was kind of explaining why he picked Monty, and he was basically saying the performance at the end kind of sold him because of how he came out. He was different. Also, he mentioned Mariah Carey, kind of her perspective on Monty. She favored him, and that kind of helped him kind of bring over the decision.
Actually, if you guys go and watch that episode over,
okay,
she favored Monty, but she also favored me as well. She said, yeah, I like she said I like the Monty kid, and then she said, but what's that other kid's name? And then he was like, Lil Key. And she was like, yeah, I really like him. She said because she told us that aggressive rap is her favorite type of style.
Right.
And I was the only one there with the aggressive type of rap. So, I was one of her favorites as well. And my last performance was turned up,
Right.
I had the towels, throw them out in the crowd. I did something to stand out. Took off my jacket. Had nothing but a tank top on.
Yeah, showing the guts.
Wanted to say I am the next social deaf artist, Yeah. So I did things that would make me stand out to make my performance hit the next level.
Yes. Which, Key, let us know. So the whole idea of the towels. Now, was that from you and Mama Dukes, or did you guys get that from the Chi-Town people there? Let us know.
Oh no, not at all. Not at all. Me and my moms, that's what we planned to do. We wanted to do things that would make us stand out.
Of course.
As you can see on the show, me and my moms was in the room. We planned this.
Right.
So we went and did that. We took out the towels and we printed it on ourselves. So key. Because I felt as though I was going to be the next social deaf artist.
Absolutely. So, if you could take us, because obviously we didn't get to see we saw everyone perform, but we didn't see all the performances in its totality. You obviously went first. Number one, my question is: do you think that you going first? Do you think that hindered you? Because the way we saw it, if it was we saw it the way it was done, you went first, you opened the show, and then Monty went last, and he closed the show. Do you think that had anything to do with, since so much weight was put on? It looks like the performance.
Not at all. I don't think that it had nothing to do. The order doesn't have nothing to do with your performance. To me, I'm not sure about any other artist, but to me, it doesn't matter. I could go first, second. It doesn't matter. I'm gonna still give the same type of show, and no matter what the audience look like. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, if you're a true artist, it don't matter what spot you get. You still supposed to do what you got to do. So I don't think that affected anything.
Right.
Could you give us back the actual order of how you guys performed?
It was me that went first. I'm not even sure how it went.
I think it was the way we saw it. It was Lil Key, it was you, and then it was J.I. went, then it was Jayla Marie, and then Nia K, and then Monty closed out the show.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because one of JD's teams, one of the people made a comment about Prince of New York, and they said he wasn't a right person to end out the show. So as a viewer, I'm thinking, so he probably performed last. But on the show, they said he went second, I believe. So that's why.
Oh, okay. That's why you got.
It could have chopped it up. I'm pretty sure they could have chopped it up from the editing perspective.
Yeah, sure.
I watched back the show. Mama Key?
Mama Key in the house.
He said something. I hear that. Yeah, it sounds so familiar. There she is. Mama Key in the building. What's up?
There she goes.
What's up? Since you are with us,
I'm definitely here.
Yeah, of course you are. I want to kind of go back a little bit further in the episode when obviously the families got to come out and be there before the performance went down. What was it like having the rest of your family coming out and support after you guys have been grinding for so long, these 9 or so weeks, and then you see kind of some familiar faces?
It was amazing. It was definitely a great feeling to see familiar faces, especially with us being away from our family for so long. For them to be there and actually endure that moment with us, you couldn't ask for anything better.
Right.
Yeah, and it was a good feeling because I knew I had a strong support system. So I knew it was gonna come out heavy,
Yeah.
Right.
And they came out heavy.
Yeah, super heavy.
Definitely did.
Be more in the building. I was like, that was dope. And he had made, and we talked about this just briefly, but the towel situation, when you had come up with the idea, I think JD had said something. I don't know if it was when Key was performing or if it was after the fact when he was kind of talking to each and every one of the contestants, but he mentioned that he had too many towels and he was kind of doing too much with it.
He didn't see that to us.
Okay.
The Brat, he was asking his fellow peers, what did they think about the performances? The Brat said she thought that I had too many,
That's
but she
what it
still
was.
liked the performance.
Okay. So do you think that hindered your performance at all?
Not at all.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I played back the.
Because when you're there and you're live and in the flesh, I mean, the full performance wasn't. You guys didn't really get to see the full
Right.
performance,
Of course.
you know, because of time purposes. But you know, the full performance when you're live and there and in the flesh. I mean, it was amazing. I mean, people were thriving for him to go get the next
And
one.
it wasn't like I was running back, like, oh, I need to hurry up and go get it. It was
No.
more of like,
It was very
staged.
smooth.
It was staged, so like I would dance back to go grab one and then swing it in the air and throw it in the
Right.
crowd. So
Yeah,
everything
people
was
grabbing
all like staged and definitely like did the right way.
Absolutely.
Right.
Mama Key, question for you. How surprised and or disappointed are you with the outcome?
Let's
You
hear
want to
it.
say disappointed?
Let's hear it.
I was definitely surprised, and the reason that I was surprised is because my whole thing is we were there, you know, for 10 weeks and we did hit lists. So my whole thing is, what's the point of a hit list if you say at the end that it doesn't matter? You know, what's the point of going through all of these challenges and, you know, maybe we should have just been there for a week. You know, only 1 week mattered.
Can we say that
That was
again?
my take on it at the time.
Yes.
But I'm a firm believer that everything happens for a reason, and you know, God put you where He needs you to be.
Absolutely.
Right.
Period.
No, 'cause I will say I watched that final episode like 3 times to try to figure out what happened in a sense, like to look at each performance, to look at like what JD said at the end, and I still could not figure it out or kind of fathom how the situation went down, especially because we were so heavy on the hit list throughout this whole time. You know what I mean?
You're not
Absolutely.
going off of that. I don't believe that you're gonna find out how.
Yeah,
the
no,
outcome
I definitely did it. When I asked Lem, I asked everybody how they felt. Everyone felt the same way. The fans felt the same way right when the episode aired, right after. My timeline blew
Yeah,
up
the fans
when everything
definitely went crazy for Lil Key. So.
But didn't JD
Ooh.
say that
Timeline was
he was
showing love.
basing his decision off that final performance?
Which is crazy. Which is crazy to me. You know, no offense, JD, but I'm just saying it was you know,
And honestly,
different.
I mean, like, even if it was, I believe, even if it was off the last performance, you know, Monty's performance was like, it was turned. I definitely give him that.
Sure.
But I mean, like, with everything that I've did the whole time while I was there, and my last performance was turned all the way up as well.
Right.
It just, I should have.
It doesn't add up.
You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
But one thing that JD
But
was
again,
saying.
you know, everything happened for a reason.
Right.
At the end of the day, it's JD's decision, and that's what he chose to do. So we cool with that.
Yeah.
And-
Absolutely.
And one thing he said though when he made the decision was that that stuck out to me was that he said Monty looks like us, which looks he fits the bill of a so deaf artist. I guess saying that, you know, their look, their swag, their whole package. To me, that says that maybe Lil Key wasn't exactly the so deaf prototype or standard, and maybe Monty was.
like a casting in a sense. When a casting director says that person is really really dope, but their image might not look right for our label, but will
Right.
definitely be picked up somewhere else.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think this is the only way I can put things together is that JD saw you and he's like, somebody's gonna pick this kid up without a doubt. We only have to worry about it. You know what I mean? Monty might have another situation. He fits our mold a little bit better, but Lil Key can hop from like one label to another, and they might be fighting for him. So I think he was in his head might have been like, I don't think we have to worry about Key if we put him out there because somebody's gonna go swoop him up. That's how good you are, man.
Well, I think yeah.
I mean, we definitely, you know, at the end of the day, it's like the initial, you know, shocker. You feel some kind of way about it just
Right.
from being there and going through the different challenges, but. You know, I will give JD that, like, we can't take that away from him. He definitely gave him a platform. So,
Right,
you know, we always say thank you for that.
Yeah, definitely.
But,
because
you know, everything happens for a reason.
and nobody
you know?
else gave me that type of platform. You know?
Right.
He definitely put me out there, let my voice be heard. So that's one thing that I thank him on, because he believed in me. He handpicked all of us.
Right.
So he handpicked me. So I definitely thank him for that.
And I think too, I mean, looking at it, you know, falling back and how you're viewing it now, because obviously this happened, you know, months ago. So you've been sitting on this. This has happened a long time ago, but you steadily been grinding. You steadily been doing your thing.
Absolutely.
For sure, you don't let nothing stop.
Exactly,
the grind at all.
exactly. And
no
I
matter
think,
what,
yeah.
I mean, like
Damn right.
at the end of the day, no matter the outcome, you know, that should give you more fuel to go even harder.
Right.
You know,
right.
especially if you didn't win. Even for Monty, he won, so that should give him more of a fuel to go harder.
Right.
So like, no matter the outcome, everybody should still be going as hard as they was to get on that show.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. We had talked last time when you were here, and you were kind of saying, like, just in the time frame of that, where we were at the show, you were like, I can't go out without somebody recognizing me. I gotta make sure. I gotta make sure my flat top is cool. I gotta make sure my swag is on.
It's definitely crazy.
Yeah.
It's getting crazy. It got crazier.
I was just gonna say, what is enhanced now that, you know, this is the season hasn't progressed. Now you are where you are. What are some of the things that are going on now for you?
Well, I mean, like, just yesterday I was out, you know, and we ran into a bunch of fans, girls crying.
What?
That they see me, like,
Pretty crazy.
like really, like,
Oh my gosh,
take the breath and the words away from the words. Though they can't even, like, they're just so shocked that they can't say nothing.
Wow.
So it's just like, it's a great feeling though, because as an artist, you always wanted to inspire people, and you always wanted to be recognized, you know. So it's definitely a great feeling for people to recognize me no matter where I go. Somebody like, yo, aren't you that kid from the rap game? Or, yo, I like you, man, from the show.
Right.
You know, everybody always has something positive to say.
Absolutely.
Good.
I think that's amazing, and I think that one of the things I can say about you and Mama Key both, that you guys have always had a great attitude about what you were there for, and anytime,
Absolutely.
yeah, the camera was on it,
Absolutely.
and just like what you're saying now.
I mean, it's the name of the game. You know, the business, it is what it is, and it takes a special type of person to be in the business and handle it completely.
Right. Absolutely. So I really applaud y'all, and I know that the success is there, and it's going to increase on what you're doing. I think you're on the road right now. You're probably going to some crazy concert, and Key's about to light it up. I'm just saying. I know.
It's definitely, you know, things have definitely increased. I mean, you know, we actually stepped away for a moment. We're actually on the road right now.
Yeah,
So,
I know.
things are great.
You see the hotel room life.
Yeah, that's
it.
we see. No, but that's super dope. I really appreciate, like I said, everything that you brought to the show, everything that you're doing, all the positivity. I know that there'll be much more success and everything that's going on. I know you spit last time, man, but can you just give us just one more on the closeout?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Please, because I mean, there's nothing like some Lil Key flow. I'm just saying, it's just nothing like it.
I got you.
Okay.
All right.
All right, listen. I say, yo, I'm as humble as they come. See, I do this rap thing just for fun. You multiply me by anything and I'm still that one. Pay attention, cause the movement has started. I said, Team Lil Key gotta win. I'm being modest. I hope you're not bothered. My flow is regarded. It's one that they will listen to. I don't break rules. I just see if they are flexible. I give buzz away and see they are expendable. Webster told me vocab and my flow is tremendous. I'm trouble to the finish. I'm a menace. Call me Dennis. Oh yeah, did I mention that I'm here for a reason? See, the funny punchlines got us sitting there cheesing. First hit the stage last year, 5 seasons. I'm possessed on stage. Lil Key is a demon, so you best be aware. It's Team Lil Key all day, and when you're here, I said I'm top 5 lyrically. #1 in energy. I don't need company if they gon' bring the misery. Prepare for the worst, but pray for the better. Got the game on lock. Use my words as my weapons. I'm thankful for my people. They taught me how to go get it. Get a dollar or some change. Best believe that I'ma flip it. If they said it, then I did it. One life, I just gotta live it. Hit the stage or the booth, it don't matter. I'ma kill it. I can pass any challenge. I'm sure to do some damage. Rappers all the same. Me, I'm above average. Ain't talking about Facebook, but you ain't on my status. My mom broke kid prodigy, I'm heavy. Real recognize real when I don't recognize you. Standing on my own two, something like a statue. Chilling with my rounds though. Never hate with clowns though. My A1's gonna be there if it ever go down though. 9 to 5 I'm clocking in. Till the end I play to win. Working all day and night. Something like a Mexican. I'm better than the fucking top. Feeling like a veteran. I'm bringing that thunder. Got you thinking I'm a weatherman. It's Key.
Bars.
Major key alert.
Bars.
Major Key.
There you go, Key.
Exclusive, son.
Talk that talk, boy. There you go.
There it is, man. We already know. You a winner, man. That's what it is. You're a winner. That's what it is.
Definitely.
All day, every day. Man, thank y'all so much. Mama Key, Lil Key, thank you so much.
Yes,
Again,
yes.
much success. I'm looking forward to the album in the future, mixtape, whatever you're gonna do, man. I know
Don't
it's
forget
gonna be
us,
hot.
dog. When things blow up even more.
You know, I do have some things coming out. You know, I got an album on the way. I'm
Okay.
working on that right now.
Okay.
So stay tuned for that. You know, I have a clothing line coming.
What?
So stay tuned for that.
Yeah.
You know,
I see you got a
I'm telling you.
chain line coming too. I see. I see.
Oh, the chain line coming? Yeah.
Yeah.
Looking like
The chain line coming. I wonder, have you guys heard about Jay Dilla?
Yeah.
Jay Dilla.
So listen.
What are you talking about?
You know,
Of course.
I'm actually working with his mom right now on a project.
I love Jay Dilla's mom.
What?
Yeah, my dukes. So like we're going. Actually, he just was put in the new Smithsonian.
Yeah.
His work was displayed in the new Smithsonian.
Okay.
That just opened up. His machines that he used that just opened up in D.C.
Okay.
And his mom wrote like a life story of his childhood.
Right.
You know.
There's a book.
And then it's a book, and then you know there's an audio version. So what they brought me on board to do is create a song to one of Jay Dilla's beats. So I'll be the first kid to ever rap on a Jay Dilla beat.
Yo.
we making history.
Exclusive.
Major killer.
Major killer.
Yeah, I got
That's
it exclusive,
super. I
so
mean, that's
man,
like
I'm
super.
telling you, just stay tuned. I definitely got some big things coming. You know?
Word.
That's a ridiculous
that's
honor.
That's just
dope.
something slight right there. You know.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's definitely big. So me and my dukes, you know, we putting on for Jay Dilla, keeping his legacy alive.
Okay,
go,
that's
man.
what's up, man.
There
That's
you
what's
go.
up. I'm super excited about that.
No, he's doing
That's
big
gonna be
things
dope.
for sure.
That's gonna be dope. All right, man. We're gonna let y'all go. We know y'all on the road. Kill it, whatever you're doing.
Hey,
What?
I'm coming to Maryland for Thanksgiving, so if my dude, if you,
When you come to Baltimore, you gotta make sure you get.
I'm saying if you can cook, if Mom Key can cook as well as Lil Key can
Call
rap,
us up. We take you.
I need an invite. All right.
She said, "I got it." Yeah, I'm just gonna come because it's Thanksgiving. That's all. I'm gonna come with him. I'm gonna come in his suitcase. I want to see what's
I'm
up.
telling you, mom's cooking is that.
I believe it.
Yeah.
I believe
my
it.
plate.
All right, y'all. God bless y'all. We'll see y'all next
All right,
time.
guys, thank y'all.
Thank you guys
Appreciate it.
for coming on our show.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Thank you. Yo,
Thank you.
wait a minute. Jay Dilla.
That's huge.
What?
dog. That's huge.
What?
Like
I like that.
that's
I like
huge.
that.
Jay Dilla's mom is the dopest lady. She's a sweet lady. She did a whole bunch of stuff recently here in LA. Just promoting Jay Dilla
Word.
and just his legacy in general. And she did something at this place called Jason Marks.
Okay.
It's a shoe
Oh, yeah,
cleaning
that's the
company.
shoe
You know what I'm
cleaning,
talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
And that's in downtown LA. And she was out there. She was taking pictures with fans and whatnot. But for her to continue the legacy on and to give an honor like that to
Yeah.
Lil Key, and for him to know who Jay Dilla is in
Right.
general.
Yeah. Like y'all think Dilla was like, yeah. Come on,
Just for him to
man.
know who that is in general is really dope because a lot of people don't know
Right.
the roots of the situation or whatnot.
Sure.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Oh,
Yeah.
done. Huge.
We are gonna.
That's
He's
dope.
getting plenty
He's
more
going
from
places.
Lil
Yeah.
Key.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
It's not the
Plenty
end of the road for him.
Absolutely. Oh no, absolutely. And I think his hustle is so. I mean, you look at him and his mom. I mean, their hustle is just so deep
Right.
and so powerful. I mean, there's no. I can't see him stopping anywhere anytime soon.
Right.
And he's only 16,
Yeah.
17. Like that's the thing. And he isn't even an adult yet. Can you
Right.
imagine when he gets to adult and he's able to do things on his own more
Yeah.
and be able?
Right.
Come on, man. The sky's the limit for him.
No, it is. It really
The
is.
sky's the limit for him.
And then my process of thinking when we were talking about, because I told you, y'all, I've been trying to figure out how and why the
Right.
situation happened.
Right.
And what I said on air when he was here with us with Skype, maybe JD just said, I feel safe. You put him out there, somebody's gonna swoop him up, he's gonna be okay. He saw Monty, Monty's hard work and kind of knows his background and all this other stuff. The fit looks a lot better, and he might not have as easy of a time as Lil Key would. Because his mold fits better in So Def in general.
Well, I mean, I think you
feel
gave
like that's the only reason.
you gave a great analogy, and a lot of people that aren't in the industry or maybe don't live in Los Angeles and know about acting and casting and things of that nature and being cast for something, but that's just what it is.
Yeah.
When just because you're not cast for a role does not mean you're not a good actor.
Right, 'cause he's amazing.
exactly.
You know what I'm
He's
saying?
dope.
That's what I'm saying. It's because you don't fit what that director or what that producer wants for that project. So they're just like, well, you're sorry, you're dope,
Right.
but you just don't fit what we want. And you can kill the audition and all of that. I think this is a prime case, and I agree with you in that Monty fit, and JD said it himself, he fit what he wanted to work with as far as an artist. We figured it was going to be a guy because Miss Mulatto was last year, excuse me. Or last season. So I think definitely he was going to be a guy, but at the same time somebody that, and he said that he worked with people like the Brat and Criss Cross that didn't fit the mold of that time. time, and he made them into superstars. And so I think he wants to do this with Monty, and I think it's going to work. And I think Lil Key is going to be just fine.
No, he'll be just fine.
Like, who's just gonna be fine. I think, matter of fact, I think most of everybody that was there, I think Nia K is gonna kill. I think she has a similar work ethic. That's why I thought it was going to be between the two of them. Right. Similar work ethic than that Lil Key does. And I think the same thing is going to happen for her.
And like
I think she's going to be successful.
As they get older, they're only going to just get better and continue in the same path. Right. They'll only get better.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And then also too, big shout out to Monty for not just winning, but as we said, he was in the middle most of the whole competition, and he was able to pull out that performance to get him over the edge there. So major shout out to him.
I'm glad you said that because I think most of our conversation today
has been about
why did he win?
We still got to
shout out, congratulations to Monty for winning.
Before the comments get crazy, we're all Lil Key.
We're not hating.
We're not hating. We're just analyzing the situation.
I'm just saying I'd have lost my money if I did actually bet. So hey,
and for keeping the secret, I mean, he was right here in the studio. I had no indication, not even body language wise, that the guy had a chain under his shirt.
Just do.
Well, I think one thing, it was funny too, because when we did have him on the show, and I remember his mom talking about, like, y'all ain't, how she was kind of hating. She was like, y'all ain't fans of Monty? Like, what's up? Y'all ain't believing? And I'm just like, funny. See, mom was like, she was trying to push it a little bit. Not that she was trying to give it away, but just she was basically, she knows the worth of her artist.
Right.
And I think, which is great. And that's how she should. She's the manager.
Right.
And, I think it is what it is. And I think the fact that Monty won, kudos to him. And I think, again, I pray that he's successful, because I think he's also dope, and he's representing the West Coast.
Right. Absolutely.
I think and another thing to look at when that final episode, looking at just Monty's performance as a whole. He had the mask thing, which was fresh.
Very creative.
Right?
That was
very
cool.
creative. I was wondering how that was going to go. So they liked that. Also, JD pointed this out. He was assuming. And even when, was it last, I think it was the episode before last, when they got to choose their beats, he went a different route.
Yeah.
And it was almost like he kind of went out of his comfort zone from what he's used to, the laid-back West Coast style, and did a beat that was more on the Southern tip, and killed it.
And to show that he's versatile.
Exactly. Show that he's versatile and also can match with an ATL as an ATL artist.
Right.
Because, Social Death's best at Atlanta.
Right.
And so they're working, predominantly with Atlanta-based or Southern artists. So the fact that he can do that, can do that with a Southern type beat, kill it, and have one of the best performances of the night, I think that spoke volumes to JD.
Yeah. And he comes from, his mom was a rapper.
Right.
Yeah. So, I mean, he comes from that kind of that lineage.
Yeah. The whole family.
Music,
the whole family's into music.
Which is going to be interesting to see how they're going to take his career and how his sound is going to be when they put out his album. I mean, it's going to be different. Y'all fighting on the chat too.
Me and Jimmy fighting on the
Monty chose the perfect song. I believe the chorus went something that look at me now, look at you. I mean, that fit everything perfect down to the T.
Right.
Oh, that's interesting.
Right. We got a Nine-Tail Phoenix that says, I see where JD is coming from with Monty. And I can agree for the sake of, I mean, I'm not a producer, and I'm not, somebody that would even know. But obviously, this is this man's brand. And he knows what he wants and who he wants to work with.
Right.
So obviously, there's a reason why he chose what he chose. And when we look at any of these situations, when people, I mean, you've seen where people have turned down artists. You hear an artist story, right? They're like, man, I was turned down by this brand, and I was turned by this label, and then this label picked me up.
Yeah,
and it wasn't like they didn't think that they were talented, he or she, but it just wasn't fit.
It wasn't a fit.
It just wasn't the right fit.
Unless you're like a show like Stranger Things and just got let down, and then Netflix picks you up, and everyone else is probably hitting their head. Why we do that?
I mean,
sometimes that happens too. Sometimes that happens too.
2 Chainz, he first came out as Titty Boy
under
DTP.
Ludacris.
Wait,
exactly.
Who? Yeah. He came out as what?
Titty Boy.
It was
Titty Boy? 2 Chainz?
Yes.
He was Titty Boy.
He tried to bury that one.
That's the point.
He came out in the piece
as that. He built up his name, but it wasn't at wasn't a
hit.
2 Chainz.
It
So
didn't
he
hit.
rebranded, got signed with good music, and rest is history now.
Titty
You know,
Boy
up
would
until
have
now,
worked.
you know,
Yeah, duffel bag boy.
Yeah.
Go and get your money, little duffel bag boy. That was them.
Yeah, you know.
Titty Boy was his name.
Yeah.
I didn't know
He's
that.
been trying to bury that for the past 10 years. Y'all just brought it right back up.
I mean, it's there. I mean,
This is
That's an interesting
Yeah.
comment right there.
Very interesting.
313 Yolanda says,
Monty is easy to manipulate, and his mom is not difficult to work with like other parents on the show. I don't agree with that.
You can't say that.
Yeah, I don't agree with that. I think Monty has a laid-back style. You
can't say
and
that.
I think that his style was different than, let's say, either a Lil Key or a Nia K.
Right.
Because they were definitely more in your face, and that's where, again, these people from all over the place.
Yeah.
And the regions that they're from, Nia K is from Chicago. That's, probably the style over there. Same thing with Baltimore, with Lil Key. Monty has that West Coast style, so I think
South
it's
Central.
not. Yeah, I don't think it's
think
saying the easy to manipulate.
A better way to say this, Monty is a great mold. I think he's still remember we
He's
were always saying
moldable.
he's moldable
Right.
because he's good at what he does, but he'll still need a little bit of here, a little bit of there,
Sure.
to make it all like one big package. Maybe that's what 313 Yolanda's trying to say.
Maybe.
But,
As far as parents go, I don't think any of the parents on the show, despite, we saw Mama Key in her dealing with Lil Key, but I don't think she would ever stand in the way of good management.
none of them I think would at that point.
No. I mean, I think, and the fact that they are parents, I think that's the whole thing. They want their child to be successful, and we've seen in last season and in this season where some of the parents, they don't have any management experience, but they become managers because it's their children and they want what's best for them. And I think we even did we ask her that? Did we ask Mama Key?
I asked her that.
We did on a
Last
previous
time,
show.
and she
she
said,
said, yeah.
I would step back. I would step back because that's a lot. It's a
Right.
huge sacrifice.
Which is smart because back in the day, like in the 90s, the 80s, the 70s, even the early 2000s, we saw little kid stars emancipating themselves from their parents,
Right.
all the time
Right.
on like these, on People Magazine, on the
Sure.
news or whatnot. And as you see it come forward, I feel like less and less is happening because stage moms or stage dads know a little bit more about the industry.
Right.
Google is easy to type up and kind of see how it all kind of works. You know what I mean?
Dude.
They lay back a little bit more now.
Absolutely.
Do you guys remember Aaron Carter?
Yeah.
I remember there was a story that came out that he made so much money that his parents were stealing from him, even though they were the managers.
I heard about
he
that.
had to go back, and that's just one of those.
Before he was 18 or something like
Yeah,
that. So there used to
exactly.
be like this bank account that people would open up for their kids, and they couldn't be able to touch that
Until they
turned 18.
right.
You know what I mean? That's the reason
And
why
they
it
were
was
taken
closed.
from her.
Exactly.
Yeah. I heard about that. I just want to give a shout out to, we saw some previous contestants on this show. We saw Super Peach,
Super Peach.
Miss Mulatto, of course, who we've seen already. Young Lyric.
Lyric was
It was
there.
good to see her.
in the building.
Yeah, all in the building. We saw, of course, the Brat was there. I mean, I think it was good to see some of the previous contestants. Also because, to see, obviously, for them to be on that and to see where, just in the year that they've been. I mean, you see, I don't know if you follow them on social media, but they're killing.
Oh, they're all progressive.
They're all killing. And they're doing their
Mulatto
thing.
just recently dropped a song too.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, and
Right.
I actually listened to it. It was
Right.
dope.
Yeah, they're killing. What did you guys think about, real quick, Jayla Marie bringing her sister on the stage?
I like the idea.
Yeah.
Long time and
Yeah.
I think she just
Yes,
happened to be
yeah.
there. I don't think it was like an intentional, like I'm going to go on and bring my sister. I think she was just there.
And she just- it was an
started
impulse
dancing.
thing.
Yeah,
It
just
was
put
an
her
impulse
up.
I think it was super cute. Like it might have taken away from her. Like
Right.
Definitely
100%. Maybe
Yeah.
I think that's what JD meant, but JD couldn't really. Too much about it. It was cute,
Right.
And just the way her sister ran up to the dad, though, when they
Oh,
first
God,
met.
yes.
Saw
That was
how
cute,
like how
Yeah.
much she meant. Like that just shows to show you how hard it is. to
Keep
be
in mind,
around.
they said 9 weeks
Yeah.
away from the family. You
Yeah.
know?
It's a long time. It's a long time.
Or how much
whole summer.
some of the parents or the dads look like the young rappers. Like I think it was Prince of New York.
Oh, yeah, his dad.
Yeah.
They look just like him.
Yeah, it was
Yeah, I think Lil Key looks just like his mom.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She looks exactly like his mom. So yeah, I mean, I think overall, I think it was a definitely a good season. I think it was elevated in my opinion from last season as far as the talent and what kind of went forth.
I don't know if I can agree with you on that.
Really?
Yeah.
You think the talent was better last season?
I've been thinking that the whole season.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh.
I think so. You guys don't think so? You don't think so at all?
I'm gonna go with season 2. I'm gonna
Really?
go with
Season
Yeah,
2?
yeah,
Man.
yeah. I mean, because to
Are
me,
you talking about maybe in the latter part of season 2? Because it took a while for me to even see these season 2 contestants as on par with season 1. It took well into the season.
I think. Well, okay. I'll put it like this. I feel like with season, I feel like with
they were
season
more
2
developed in season 1.
with okay with season 2, I feel like the kids in that, to me, had more of an identity of who they wanted to be. I think that, I mean, even though Prince of New York, J.I., I think he's the best lyricist out of both seasons. I don't think he's a great performer, and I think that's something that he needs to work on, and that's why he didn't win. But like as far as his freestyle, his lyrics, I mean, they were saying he was too lyrical for his own good. I think that right there, I think even though Jayla Marie, you know, she's young, you know, but she could sing, and when she, you know, took a while to get up, but once she got up, she was up.
Yeah.
This last couple of performances, she killed.
But you
And
have
then
to,
everybody, Nia K was killing from day one. Lil Key was
Yeah.
killing from day one.
Yeah.
compare Jayla Marie to everyone from both seasons, and she'd probably be the tail end.
Sure.
Compare Monty to, despite the fact that he won, to everyone from both seasons. He's probably at
He
the
was
tail end
different. He was just
still.
different. And you can't use that because he won.
Yeah, exactly.
But
He
you
won,
guys
though.
don't think he should have won. Let's be honest.
I don't think he should have won, but I
let's
don't
be
think he was
honest.
the bottom of the
It
barrel.
is what it is, though, right?
I mean, if you go tit for tat,
You don't think that season 1 they were more developed
No.
than season 2?
no.
No, I
don't
feel like
think so.
season 2 was more developed than season 1.
Yeah.
Meaning, like, I feel like each individual branding for each one person, like as a whole, altogether. Mine is Prince of New York because he's fairly new or whatnot. But everyone, like business wise, I think everyone knew. Like Jayla had a team.
Yeah.
Like you know what I mean.
Yeah.
She had a full team.
Yeah.
Like you know little.
Did
like,
that work
like
for her?
all. It did it towards the end. It didn't work.
There were
right
hiccups
away.
at the
You know, there were
beginning, but the
hiccups,
bottom line that was already set for her.
So I don't know.
So
I feel
let's-
like season 2.
Let's break it down. Season 1 versus season 2 rap battle. Who are you guys taking?
On a rap battle?
Rap battle. Season 1 versus
battle.
season 2.
2 all day. I mean, okay, put it like this. Lyrically, I want to convince you. Lyrically, JJ the Talented, lyrically, you think season 1 is better than season 2. Lyrically, what we saw up there. Come on,
Lyrically?
man. Lyrically.
I think if you could take like Super Peach from season 1 in a rap battle. You could take Mulatto from season 1 in a rap battle.
that's it,
And I think
lyrically.
you would do well against season 2. You would do really well.
You
Who
called 2 people.
Okay, but who else was in season 1?
Exactly.
Besides- Not Nico. Poopy. Okay,
Poopy is
and,
not going to lyrically kill
He's
anybody.
not. But there was Nico. And
Nico was not
I'm
lyrically
missing
going to
one.
kill anybody.
Nico.
And Young Lyric.
Young Lyric.
You just had a, wait,
lyrically,
but
not
wait,
lyrically.
wait, you just had a hard time naming the people from season 1.
You don't even remember
No,
them.
I remember them. I just named them all.
I'm just saying. I mean, I don't agree that lyrically season 2 is worse than season 1. I think season 2 would crush season 1 if it was a true-on rap battle. I just think there's just no contest. I think that with season 1, I think you had a bunch of developing artists. I think Super Peach she was probably the most branded of all of them. Super Peach, which is why I thought she was going to win. I thought she was the most branded. I think
Even Nico already had a record deal,
exactly, and lost it.
but he got one too.
He got one and lost it and didn't get another one. That's all I'm saying. I'm just saying.
Top 5 between both seasons. Top 5.
Top 5?
Top 5 in both seasons?
Both
All right,
seasons,
How
top
much?
five.
How
We
much?
only got 2 minutes.
47,
It's okay.
We got 2
46.
minutes.
How about top 3 in both seasons? How about that?
Top 3.
Yeah.
Okay, this isn't any particular order, but I'm saying who's my girl? Nia K. I'm going with
Season 2,
Super Peach,
season 1.
and I'm going with
Lil Key, season 1.
Okay.
Season 3. I'm just saying. That's it.
All right,
Done.
whatever,
I'm just saying. It is what it is. It is what it is.
Nonetheless, they're all
Yeah.
damn talented,
Yeah.
so it's
super
fine.
talented. I'm excited for season 3. I'm sure there's going to be. There got to be.
no, there is season 3. I think
Okay, I was
I
going to
think
say.
that came out
Like,
somewhere on
okay.
social media. I think so.
I believe it.
So in season 3, I'm excited.
They should have a rap game all stars.
Yeah.
Probably towards like season 4 or 5.
I think we're gonna see,
Rap
but
game.
I know
Tour.
that-
What about a tour? I think with tours coming.
We heard there was some,
yeah, hinted
I
at
think
that.
they're doing a lot of different things with season 1 and season 2 right now,
Hopefully.
fusing them together. So
Might
I
as
think
well.
we'll see
No reunion show.
more as what's going on. Yeah, we didn't have reunion
Fill
at
up
this
the
particular
seats.
time.
You don't see Telly
But
again?
I think
Cowgirl.
What about the other one?
Come on, man. Come on, man. Nah, it's not going down. Ladies and gentlemen, that's been our show. That's also been our season. Want to thank you so much for tuning in each and every week. We're excited. excited about season 3. As soon as we find out when it is, we're gonna get it on the show, and we're gonna come back for you with more guests, more talent, more hip hop artists. I'm excited. My team is excited. It's going down. I've been your host, Lem Gonsalves. All day, every day. You can find me at The Poet Saint. Next to me, Mr. Nino Llanera. Where you at, sir?
Yo, once again, y'all, it's your boy Nino Llanera. You can catch me at Nino Llanera on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Snapchat, all the good stuff. Catch me this October or fall for Crazy Ex-Girlfriend after show. Also, Growing Up Hip Hop, if you're a fan of that as well, too. I'll be on those after shows. We'll catch you soon on AfterBuzz TV.
With the plug. Hey, even though the season's not over, be sure and leave in the comments who you think your top 5 is between season 1 and season 2. Keep
dope.
the comments coming. I'm not going to say your line, though.
Steal my line, though.
Since Nino dropped the plug, I'm going to say you can find me on our sister network, BHL, on Sports Weekly, Thursday nights at 7. I'm Joshua Johnson, JJ the Talented. Find me on social media.
There you go. What's up, everybody? Your boy Jimmy V. Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, at Be Your Own Dad. I be out in the streets, so make sure you follow me on the tags and all that stuff. The streets. Continue the conversation. I do want to know your top 5 from season 1 and season 2. Who would that be? Let us know.
Let us know.
Yeah, who's the best?
There it is. Until next time, we'll see you.
Deuces.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.